This is Writing and Solving Systems of Equations from Word Problems, Part 2. In this video, we're going to look at 3 word problems from past Regent questions involving writing and solving systems of equations. This is question number 31 from the January 2015 Algebra 1 Regent. A gardener is planting 2 types of trees. Type A is 3 feet tall and grows at a rate of 15 inches per year. Type B is 4 feet tall and grows at a rate of 10 inches per year. Algebraically determine exactly how many years it will take for these trees to be the same height. So we want to know how long will it take for tree type A to be equal to tree type B. We're going to use the information from the questions to write an equation for the height of type A and the height of type B. Type A is 3 feet tall, starts as 3 feet, and it grows 15 inches per year. A very common mistake over here is to write the equation 3 plus 15x and write that as the equation for tree type A. But notice that we cannot do that because 3 feet is in feet and 15 inches is in inches. We need to have the same units for the whole problem. So we're going to change 3 feet into inches. 3 feet is 36 inches. So we have 36, the tree starts as 36 inches, and it grows at a rate of 15 inches per year. So for the equation for type A, it starts at 36 inches, and then plus every year it grows another 15 inches. So 15 inches for every year. And type B, we have to do the same thing. We have to change from 4 feet tall at a rate of 10 inches per year. We need to change the 4 feet into inches. 4 feet is 48 inches. So we have 48 inches plus another 10 inches per year. So the equation for type B is 48 inches plus 10 for every x or for every year. Now we just have to solve this equation for x, because we know that x is the number of years. We want to know after how many years, after how many x, will the 2 trees be the same height. So we're going to subtract 36 and subtract 36. 15x is equal to 48 minus 36 is 12 plus 10x. Subtract 10x and subtract 10x. 5x is equal to 12. Divide by 5 and divide by 5. X is equal to, what's 12 divided by 5? 2.4. After 2.4 years, tree type A will be the same height as tree type B. Let's look at another example. This is question number 37 from the June 2014 Algebra 1 Regent. A company is considering building a manufacturing plant. They determine the weekly production cost at site A to be A of x is equal to 3x squared, while the production cost at site B is B of x is equal to 8x plus 3, where x represents the number of products in hundreds and A of x and B of x are the production costs in hundreds of dollars. Graph the production cost functions on the set of axes below and label them site A and site B. Then we have state the positive value or values of x for which the production costs at the 2 sites are equal. Explain how you determined your answer. And if the company plans on manufacturing 200 products per week, which site should they use? Justify your answer. Let's start with the first part of the question. The first thing we need to do to answer this question is to graph A of x and B of x on the graph that we're given. To graph A of x, we need to make a table of x values and A of x values. The easiest way to fill in this table is to graph on our calculator this equation. A of x is equal to 3x squared. We're going to switch our window so that we have our minimum x being 0, because that's what we have on the graph, and our maximum x being 4, because that's what we have on the graph. Our minimum y is 0, and our maximum y is 50. And let's press graph. That's how it looks. How does this really help us? If we go into the table, we could find values that we'll be able to graph. So for 0, we have 0. At 1, it's 3. At 2, it's 12. At 3, it's 27. 4, it's 48. And those are all the points that are going to fit on our graph. So let's graph them. We have 0, 0 over here, 1, 3 over here, 2, 12 over here, 3, 27, and 4, 48. Let's connect these points. We know that it's going to be half of a parabola because we see from the equation that the highest exponent is a 2, which means that it's a parabola, but we're only seeing half of the parabola because we're only seeing the positive x values until 4. So that's a of x. Now let's graph b of x. B of x is going to be a little bit easier to graph because it's a line, and we know that all lines are in the form y is equal to mx plus b. B is the y-intercept, so the y-intercept is 3, and m is the slope, so m is 8. The y-intercept is 3, so our first point is over here. For every 8 units that we move up, we're moving 1 unit to the right, that's over here. Our next point is over here. Our next point is over here. And our last point is over here. Let's connect the dots. And this is b of x. This is our line. Let's move on to the next part of the question. State the positive value or values of x for which the production costs of the two sites are equal and explain how you determined your answer. So wherever the production costs are equal, that means that the a of x is going to be equal to b of x. So wherever a of x is equal to b of x is where the graphs cross, which is over here. And the x point, the number of products, or the x at that point, is 3. So at x is equal to 3, the production costs of the two sites are equal, and you determined your answer by looking at the graph to see where they cross. The company plans on manufacturing 200 products per week. Which site should they use, and justify your answer? So our product, the number of products is already in hundreds. So we're really looking by the 2 because 2 means 200. So which one would be cheaper if we produce 200? It would be the blue equation. So it would be a of x. And justify your answer. As you could see from the graph, at x is equal to 2, a of x is equal to 12. But at x is equal to 2, b of x is equal to 19. So a of x is obviously cheaper. Both 12 and 19 are in hundreds. Let's look at another example. This is question number 33 from the January 2015 Algebra 1 Regent. Jacob and Zachary go to the movie theater and purchase refreshments for their friends. Jacob spends a total of $18.25 on 2 bags of popcorn and 3 drinks. Zachary spends a total of $27.50 on 4 bags of popcorn and 2 drinks. Write a system of equations that can be used to find the price of 1 bag of popcorn and the price of 1 drink. Using these equations, determine and state the price of a bag of popcorn and the price of a drink to the nearest cent. Let's start with the first part of the question. We need to write a system of equations to find the price of a bag of popcorn and the price of a drink. So we're going to let P equal to the price of 1 bag of popcorn. And we're going to let D be the price of 1 drink. So what do we know? We know that Jacob spent a total of $18.25 on 2 bags of popcorn, so 2 times whatever popcorn costs, plus 3 drinks, so 3 times whatever drinks cost. And Zachary spent a total of $27.50 on 4 bags of popcorn, so 4 times whatever popcorn costs, plus 2 drinks, so 2 times whatever drinks cost. Now we have 2 equations, we have a system of equations. And the next part of the question said, using these equations, determine and state the price of a bag of popcorn and the price of a drink to the nearest cent. So we want to solve these 2 equations for P and for D. So let's rewrite them down here. 2P plus 3D is equal to 18.25. And 4P plus 2D is equal to 27.50. We could either solve these for one of the variables and graph them, and use the intersect command in the calc menu to figure out where the graphs intersect, solve for one variable, and then we'll plug in solve for the other variable. Or we could use substitution, or we could use elimination by addition. Let's use elimination by addition. But the problem with these equations is that if we would add them now, none of the variables would be eliminated. And the point of elimination by addition is to add the equations and have one of the variables fall out. In order to do that, we need to rewrite one of the equations so that when we add the two equations, a variable will fall out. If we multiply the first equation by -2, then the coefficient of p is going to be -4. And when we add the two equations, the -4p will cancel out with a positive 4p in the second equation. But we can't just multiply the 2p by the -2. If we're multiplying one term in the equation by something, we have to multiply every term in the equation by the same thing. So this equation becomes -2 times 2p is -4p. -2 times positive 3d is -6d. -2 times 18.25 is -36.5. Now we're going to add this equation, this rearranged equation, to the second equation. 4p plus 2d is equal to 2750. -4p plus 4p, those two cancel out. -6d plus 2d is -4d. -4d is equal to -36.5 plus 27.50, which is -9. We're going to divide by -4 and divide by -4. D is equal to -9 divided by -4 is 2.25. That means the price of one drink is $2.25. Now we're going to plug in what we found for D into either one of the equations to solve for P. Let's plug into Jacob's equation. So that's 18.25 is equal to 2p plus 3d. So 18.25 is equal to 2p plus 3 times d we now know is 2.25. 18.25 is equal to 2p plus 3 times 2.25 is 6.75. Minus 6.75 minus 6.75. 18.25 minus 6.75 is 11.5. 11.5 is equal to 2p. Divide by 2 and divide by 2. P is equal to 11.5 divided by 2, which is 5.75. That means the price of one popcorn is $5.75.